Good afternoon, students. Here in today's session, we are going to discuss about conversion of NDFA to DFA. Conversion of NDFA to DFA. In yesterday's session, we discussed about how the particular string is going to be accepted by NDFA, non-deterministic finite automata. Here in this session, we are going to discuss about how we are going to convert this non-deterministic finite automata to deterministic finite automata. Here, already you know the difference between the non-deterministic finite automata and deterministic finite automata. Only difference between the non-deterministic finite automata and deterministic finite automata is in NDFA, whenever we are going to apply any single input on any state, we are going to get multiple number of states. We are going to get multiple number of states, whereas in case of DFA, here if we are going to apply a single input on any state, we are going to get only single output state, right? Now in this session, I am going to discuss about conversion of NDFA to DFA. See here, let x equals to qx sigma delta x q naught and fx be an NDFA which accepts the language L of x. Generally, language is going to be represented by L, right? L of x. What is this L? L is the language, right? L is the language. X is the NDFA or NFA, right? Whenever any language is going to be accepted, any NDFA is going to be accepted by any language, whenever we are going to defining any DFA, that particular DFA must be accepted by that particular language, must be accepted by that particular language if the NDFA is going to be accepted by that particular language. Here this NDFA is going to be represented by this x. Here now we have to convert this x to y, right? Here q of x, number of states which are present in NFA or NDFA. Sigma is number of input symbols. Here input symbols are both are same in DFA and NDFA. Now transition function is different from NDFA to DFA. We have to construct new transition function for DFA. We have to construct the new transition function for this DFA. Now q naught is the initial state. Here also we have to take the same initial state of NFA. Now f of x is there. Here f of x is the set of final states of NDFA, whereas f of y is set of final states of DFA. So here we are going to construct the new states, right? Next we have to construct the transition table. Next we have to find the final states of DFA. Here whenever we are going to convert any NDFA to DFA, we have to construct the new states. Then we have here we are going to performing the same operations on the same inputs, and we have to construct the transition table. Then here which one is the initial state for NDFA, that one is the same in DFA. Here final states, we have to construct the final state. We have to construct the final state in DFA. Now here for this case, here what is the algorithm? Here algorithm means step by step procedure to solve the given problem, right? Here what is the input for this one conversion of NDFA to DFA? My input is NDFA. Now by using this NDFA, I am going to get DFA. I am going to develop one DFA for the given NDFA. I am going to develop the DFA for the given NDFA, right? Now I'll explain the steps. First we have to create the state table from the given NDFA. Whenever we are going to get any transition diagram or transition table, just we have to draw the transition table for that particular state. If we are going to get here, see here in the given problem, this is the NDFA, this is the transition diagram. Here we are having the transition diagram. Now we are going to draw this transition table. If we are going to get the transition table, we have to draw this transition diagram. We have to draw this transition diagram, right? This is the first step. Next, create a blank state table under possible input alphabets for the equivalent DFA. Just we have to create the table here. Just we have to create the table. In this format we have to create the table. Then we have to perform the various types of operations, and we are going to get the equivalent DFA, right? Now create a blank table under the possible input alphabet. Here, see here, in the given example, 0, comma 1, 0, comma 1, two input alphabets are there. Here also we are having two input alphabets, right? In the given, here 0, comma 1 input alphabets are there. Create a blank state table under possible input alphabets. Here, in my example, input alphabets are 0, comma 1. That's the reason here I am, for in this blank table, I am going to put 0 here and 1, right? Then what is the third step? Mark the start state of the DFA by Q0, same as in NDFA. See here, in this case, in the given example, which one is the initial state? Here indicated by this arrow now, that's the reason A is the initial state. So we have to start from this A. We have to start from this A. Right? We have to start from this A. Right? Find out the combination of states Q0, Q1, Qn for each input alphabet. We have to find out the possible states. Combination of states we have to write. Right? Then we see here. Then here we have to complete this transition. A on 0, A on 1. We have to complete this one. Then step 5. Each time we generate a new DFA state under the input alphabet column, we have to apply step 4 again. Here, whenever we are going to get new states, here, if I am going to get here, see here, A on 0, I am getting some states here, A on 1, if I am going to get new states here, then here again we have to take these new states here, again I have to perform the same operations. Each time we generate a new DFA state under the input alphabet column, we have to apply step 4 again. Here we have to perform this step 4 again and again. Recursively we have to perform step 4. Why? Because every time if we are going to get new state, we have to perform this step 4. Here, when you are going to stop the process, here if you are not going to get any new state, at that time we have to stop the process. Next, after completion of step 5, go for the step 6. What is step 6? The states which contain any of the final states of the NDFA are the final states of the equivalent DFA. Here, what are the states which are containing, final states are present in NDFA? Those states are going to be present, those states we have to take as a final states in DFA. Right? Here, while we are going to convert from NDFA to DFA, we are having 6 steps. First, we have to create the table for the given NDFA. Then we have to create the blank state table by using the input symbols. Next, we have to start from the initial state. Next, we have to find the combination of states by applying the input on the given initial state. Then we have to perform this step 4. While if we are going to generate new states, here, if we are not going to get any new states, we have to stop the process. Then step 6 is we have to take the final states. Here, what are the final states which are present in NDFA? We have to mark the same states in DFA as the final states. Here. Now, I will take one example. See here, this is, I will take one symbol example. See here. Now, this is the NDFA, right? This is the NDFA. Right? Here, what are my states here? Q equals to, what are my states? Q0, comma Q1. Right? These two are my states. Now I am going to convert this NDFA to DFA. First, this NDFA is consisting of how many number of states? 2 states, Q0, comma Q1. Right? Here, NDFA is consisting of how many number of tuples? Q, sigma, delta, Q0, F. Right? What is Q here? Q0, comma Q1. What is my sigma? My sigma is 0, comma 1. Input is there na? 0, comma 1. What is my delta? This is my delta. Right? This is my delta. Now here which one is the initial state? See here, arrow mark is there. So this one, Q naught is my initial state. Q naught is my initial state, right? Next is F. What is this F? F is my final state. Here which one is final state in this given transition diagram? See here, Q naught is the final state. So Q naught is the final state. Q naught is the final state, right? Now, see here, first and here I'll draw this transition diagram. Q naught is the initial state and final state. Q1, Q naught on 0, Q naught, Q naught on 1, Q1, Q1 on 0, Q1, Q1 on 1, Q naught, Q1, right? See here, here first, what is my first step? Create the states table from the given NDFA. Already I created my state table from the given NDFA. What is step 2? Create a blank state table under the possible input state. Now I have to create the blank state table. See here, I am going to create the blank state table here. Under the possible inputs, what are my possible inputs? Input symbols are 0 and 1, right? I have to create the blank state. Which one we have to take first? Create a blank state table under possible input alphabets, right? Now step 3, mark the state of the DFA by Q naught. Here mark the start state, initial state. We have to take the initial state now. Here in this example, which one is the initial state? Q naught is the initial state. So we have to constructing the DFA. Here I am constructing the DFA. Now this is the DFA for my given NDFA. Now I am creating this table Q naught, right? What is my third step? Mark the start state of the DFA by Q naught, right? Here I am taking the Q naught, my initial state. Find out the combination of states for Q naught, Q1, Qn for each input alphabet. Now I am going to find out the states. Right. Now Q naught on 0. Q naught on 0. What is Q naught on 0? Q naught on 0 is Q naught. So Q naught on 0 is Q naught. Q naught on 1, Q naught on 1, Q1, Q naught on 1, Q1, right? Here, what is my step 4? My step 4 is find out the combination of states Q naught, Q1, Qn for each input alphabet. For each input alphabet, I am going to find the combination of states. First, I have to take Q naught and I am finding the final combination of states, that is Q naught and Q1 for my example. Now step 5, each time we generate a new state under the input alphabet column. See here. In this case, here while I am going to apply 0 input on Q naught, I am getting Q naught. Q naught on 1, Q1. Here already I have written the transition for Q naught. Now here same Q naught state is there. So this is not the new state. Now Q1. Is there any Q1 is there in the column side? Here there is no Q1 is there. Here any Q1 is there in this side? No Q1 is there. So Q1 is the new state. Now my new state is Q1, right? Here. Now step 5, each time we generate a new DFA state. In my example, which one is a new state? Q1 is a new state. Under the input alphabet column, we have to apply step 4 again. We have to apply step 4. What is my step 4? Find out the combination of states. Again, I have to perform this step 4. Right? For the Q1 state, I have to perform the step 4. Q1. Q1 on 0, Q1 on 0, Q1. What is Q1 on 0? Q1. Q1 on 1, Q naught, Q1, Q naught, Q1, Q naught, Q1, right? Here, now my states are Q1 and Q0 Q1. Now Q1 is there. Q1 is there. Yes, Q1 is there in this column. So Q1 is not the new state. Now next one is Q0 Q1. Here Q0 Q1 is new state. Again I have to write the transition for Q0 Q1. I am repeating this step 4. I am repeating this step 4. Here I am going to write the column for Q0 and Q1. Q0 here, Q0 Q1, two states are there. First I will take Q0. Q0 on 0, Q0 on 0, Q0. Q0 on 0 is Q0. Now next is Q1. Q1 on 0. Q1 on 0 is Q1. Q1 on 0 is Q1. Now Q0 on 1. Q0 on 1. Q1. Q0 on 1. Q1. Q1 on 1. Q1 on 1. Q0 Q1. Already Q1 is there. Here only Q0 is there. So I am going to write here Q0 Q1. Q0 Q1. My transition is completed. Now Q0 Q1. Q0 Q1 is already there. Yes. Q0 Q1 is already there. So here there is no new state is there. There is no new state is there. We have to stop the process step 5. Now take this one, step 6. The states which contain any final states of the NDFA are the final states in the equivalent DFA. Right? We have to find the final states. Here in this given in the given NDFA, which one is the final state? Q0 is the final state. So in this transition table, here wherever the Q0 is there, we have to take those states are the final state. We have to take those states are the final state. Here one Q0 is there, right? Here this state becomes the final state. This state becomes the final state. Q1 is there. Q1 is not the final state. Why? Because in NDFA Q0 is the final state. Again this state is there. Q0 Q1. Here again we are having Q0 is there. So this state also becomes the final state for the given NDFA, for the given DFA. Right? Now I am going to draw this transition table. Right? For the DFA. DFA. What is this? This is NDFA. NDFA. For this DFA, so here we have to consider this transition table. We have to consider this transition table. How many number of states are there here? 3 states. Q0. Next is Q1. Next is Q0 Q1. Q0 Q1. Right? Which one is the initial state? Q1 is the Q0 is the initial state. Which one is the final state? Q0 and Q0 Q1. These two are the final states. So final states are going to be double circle. So this is the final state. So this is also the final state. Right? Up to here, for the DFA, we are designing the states Q0 Q1 Q0 Q1 Q0 Q1 Q0 Q1. Here we are declaring initial state. Initial state is same for NDFA and DFA. In NDFA also initial state is Q0. Here also initial state is Q0. Now final state is Q0. Here wherever the Q0 is there, that state becomes the final state for the given DFA. Q0 on 0, Q0, Q0 on 0, Q0. Q0 on 1, Q1. Q1 on 0, Q1. Q1 on 0, Q1, self loop. Q1 on 1, Q0, Q1. Q0 Q1 on 0, Q0 Q1. Q0 Q1 on 1, Q0 Q1. Right? With this, conversion of NDFA to DFA is completed. right? First we have to take this NDFA is this one here, Q sigma delta Q naught F. We have to define the state, we have to declare the input symbols, we have to take the initial state, and we have to find the final state. Then we have to draw the transition diagram, and we have to follow these steps, right? Here in next class I'll take some more examples, and I'll explain. I'll take some previous question paper questions, and I'll explain with that. Right? Thank you.